Hello, my name is John Barrett. I'm with Online Trading Academy in Mumbai. I'm speaking on a topic today about some misconceptions that traders have about trading. One of the biggest things, the problems that I see with traders is that they have a completely distorted view of what the market's all about, how the market trades, and it causes problems throughout their trading until they get a better grip of understanding. That's a big part of what I do as an instructor with Online Trading Academy, is dispel a lot of falsehoods and things that people bring with them, and I'm going to talk about that today just a little bit. One thing that I see with traders that they completely misunderstand about the market, when they look at a stock chart and a chart moves or has moved, they think that they should have been in that trade. They make the assumption that every time a stock moves, they should have been in it. And there's got to be some explanation for why they were not in it. But that's a trader, after a trader's been trading for a long time, starts to realize that all trades are not trades that you should have been in. Even though it moved, it doesn't mean you should have been in it. The idea is that a trade has to have some key ingredients for us to be able to enter a trade. So very often stocks will move without us because they don't possess those key ingredients. Those are that they have a low risk entry, and also that we can see a high probability opportunity. Now, while a stock moves, that always doesn't set up that way, where it has a low risk entry and high probability opportunity. So therefore, just because it moved doesn't mean you should have been in it. And so I see students and I see traders often just really worried about that, and they do not understand why that is the case. Another thing that's a misconception of traders is that they think that professional traders or successful traders make money every day, which is far from the truth. I've known many professional traders in my career. I've studied professional traders in my career, some of the most successful traders in direct access trading over a career of 17 years. And I can also say in my career, you don't make money every day. In fact, most of the time, a very, very good trader would make money maybe 3 days a week. That means that 2 days may be losing or small losing days or losing days. You know, a very good trader just doesn't take large losses, so usually their days are relatively small losing days. But you know, we're faced with several dilemmas related to that. When are those days? Well, you can't tell. You never know when those days are coming. You never know when those days are there until they're over with. So in the middle of the day, you don't even know very often if it's going to be a great day or a good day or a mediocre or poor day. You really can't tell very often till you're well into almost the end of the day or at the end of the day. So these things develop as we go, and as the market progresses, the things change a lot. So our expectation should be that we would make money a few days a week, and I've also learned that very often that, you know, our months are often made by these key days when we have these big days, and the market gives us opportunity and we take advantage of that opportunity. So it brings up a couple other topics too. One thing is that we need to discuss is that not having upside limits on your trades. So if you set goals for your daily profit, you can't set limits on your daily profit, because you may have a goal to do an average X number of rupees per day profit. That's your goal. Well, you can't expect that you're going to do that and then stop trading, because the next day may not be conducive to your trading, and you may not make money the next day. So it won't make up so your winning days need to make up for those days when it doesn't work so well. You know, we have a certain technique that we're going to follow, and it's different for everyone. Market conditions will favor you one day, another trader another day, another style, another trader, another technique another day. So there's no way to really tell that. Sometimes you can start to get to where you know what those type of days are, or your good days. But we definitely have to take advantage of those days when they're there. In other words, we can't put upside limits on our trading. We could set a goal, but when we reach that goal, I've heard traders say, well, when I reach my goal, I'm going to stop trading. One of the things I ask them, and I think is usually funny, is I say, well, if you reach your goal, you reach a certain amount of profit, you're going to stop trading. What are you going to do when you lose money? Well, I'm going to keep trading because I hadn't met my goal. So they're going to keep trading on the days when they're losing money, but when they're making money, they're going to stop trading. Well, you could see how that's converse to being a successful trader. You're not going to be a successful trader over time with that attitude. So we don't set up upside limits on our trading. We don't set maximums that we could make, because those days need to be making up for the bad days. Those days need to be making up for the not so good days. Those few days, you never know when that day is. It could be today. It could be the day you're trading today even. That's a few good days in the month where we're going to make really great trading days in the month. And so we have to be able to take advantage of those. Professional traders realize that. They start to get, and I use an analogy, they start to understand that when things are working well, we need to push on the gas, like, analogy of driving the car. When things are working well, we need to push on the gas, and when things aren't working well, we need to put on the brakes. That's the opposite of what most people do. What most people do is when things aren't working well, they want to trade more because they want to catch up and make up for that trade that didn't work or the last trade that didn't work. And those become compounding days. And then now we need to get into talking about things like limiting the amount of loss you'll accept in a day because we have to control that loss. But those are the things we teach in the class. Often I teach to my students and get them to understand that. We don't set up upside limits, in my opinion, on our trading. And we realize that I'm actually comfortable with making money just a few days a week, not every day. Realizing that just doesn't really happen very often. I have gone through long periods in my career where I'd make money almost every day. Those will come along. Those days when your skill, those weeks when your skill, and even months, your skill comes in, meets opportunity of the market. The market goes through a special period where you're trading, your skill and everything comes together, and you're able to take a large sum of monies out of the market over a period of time. But those will come to you over a trading career. I promise. If you spend a good time in trading, those will come. But an average trading week for most traders, some of the best traders ever, they'll have losing weeks, or they'll have 3 losing days or 2 losing days in a week, very often, and still make money. In fact, still make fabulous money. You think, well, they must make money every day. No, they don't. The other thing is they don't make money every trade. And as I said earlier to start this video is you don't look at every trade and assume that you're supposed to be in every winning trade. So when you can come to grips with these things, you'll be a lot more comfortable as a trader and a lot more efficient as a trader. These are the things the professionals know. These are the things the professionals practice. If you can embody these through the lesson that I've just given you, if you take that as a lesson, you're a huge leap ahead in your trading and hopefully your success in the future. So these are the kind of things we talk about in our class. Invite you, of course, to come see us sometime. Online Trading Academy in Mumbai. You can visit us at www.onlinetradingacademy.com/Mumbai. Come to one of our free workshops and see what it's all about. Good luck trading to you. And remember, great trading is not, no, you don't make money every day.